paano ba ako nag-start as an IT? Ayan. So, pagkwentuhan natin yan. Ayan guys, it's 4 p.m. Magandang hapon sa lahat. Tapos na yung ating work. It's a throwback Thursday. Later, meron tayong short activity pero quick lang. So, smooth naman yung activity ko mamaya. So, yung pala pag may activity ako sa after business hours, wala kaming overtime. May overtime kami pag on-call, pero pag yung after-hours activities, kino-compensate na lang namin. So, fina-file namin para on another day, we could file for a TOIL or time off in lieu ang tawag dito. Or basically, i-compensate mo lang yung rendered hours mo after business hours. So, kung halimbawa, if I spent 1 hour today, so if a-file ko yon, I'll just inform my manager. And in another day, pwede akong mag-offset ng 1 hour. So, pwede kong gamitin sa either morning, late akong mag-log, or early out. So, yan, maganda naman. So, work-life balance talaga. And, so yun, walking lang ako ulit dito for a few minutes, about 45 minutes. I do that every day. Pero quick kwentuhan muna tayo. So, most of you are aware na I'm working as an IT here in Australia. Pero quick kwentuhan muna tayo. Paano ba ako nag-start as an IT? Ayan. So, pagkwentuhan natin yan. Ayan. So, actually, right now, I'm working in the field of IT or information technology for the past, let me calculate, I would say since, maybe 2003. So, related na siya sa IT. But of course, since 2003 and up to now, wow, 21 years na rin pala. Wow, time flies. So, but through those 21 years, marami akong, siyempre I had different roles. Nag-start tayo from other, yung IT kasi malawak. No? So, IT siya per se, related sa computer, but actually, malawak siya. You can be a programmer, you can be a systems engineer, you can be a graphics designer, etc., etc. So ako, yung current role ko right now is more of a systems engineer, specifically Citrix operations and support. Okay. So, background lang, actually, in way back around 19, tagal na, shows my age. So, yung college ko actually, I'm nag-graduate ako nung college year 1999. But actually, believe me or not, guys, ang pinag-aralan ko is AB Psychology. So, I'm a graduate of AB Psychology sa Philippine Normal University sa Taft, Manila, year 1999. Wow, that shows my age. And yung first 4 years ko after graduation, nag-work ako sa St. Mary's College along Mother Ignacia Avenue. Yung first 4 years ko, work experience ko was related to my education nung college, which is AB Psychology. So nag-work ako start 1999 sa St. Mary's College in Mother Ignacia Avenue as a school psychometrician. Okay. So mga hindi nakakaalam kung ano yung school psychometrician, so actually related yan sa psychology. Kasi yung AB Psychology na course sa Philippine Normal University, which is actually, it's more of a teaching institution. So, more on may education units yung AB Psychology. Kaya, it's either mapunta ka sa HR or sa school kung graduate ka ng AB Psychology. We had 18 units of education units. Kaya nalinya ako sa school as my first work experience. Ang school psychometrician is siya yung nagmamanage ng testing program ng school. So, testing program like entrance exam, that's one. So, during summer, pag walang school, syempre may mga entrance examinations lahat ng grade level. Kami yung nagkakandak ng entrance examination. Kami yung nag-administer ng entrance examination. Kami rin yung evaluate, nag-score. Basically, nag-check nung exam papers. At that time, very manual pa kami. Ewan ko lang ngayon kung automated na. Pero at that time, manual. Kami ang nag-check individually ng mga entrance examination, ng mga test exam. And kami rin yung nagsasubmit ng reports. During school year, syempre walang entrance exam. So meron kaming within the school year testing program, school psychometrician din ang nagmamanage ng within the school year exam. Like, let's say yung mga aptitude test, IQ test, personality test, kami yung nag-administer niyan. Now, also, aside from entrance examination ng mga students, kami rin yung nagpapa-exam sa mga applicants. Like, let's say, for example, may teacher applicant, kami rin yung nag-administer ng test. So, for 4 years, guys, no, actually, around 1 year lang ako nagstay as a psychometrician. After a year, naging guidance counselor ako. So, believe me or not, guys, before, during my elementary, high school, suki ako palagi ng guidance office kasi pasaway ako during those years. Lagi akong naga-guidance office. Pinapatawag ako or guardian ko or parent ko para kausapin. But yung first work experience ko after being a psychometrician for a year, naging guidance counselor ako ng grade school. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, ang hinandle ko una was possibly grade 1 and grade 2, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, as a guidance counselor, yan, kami yung kumakausap sa mga students na kailangan, of course, ng guidance. Kami yung nag-administer ng mga personality test. Like, if merong, of course, as a advisor, sila yung nakakapansin ng mga students na kailangan ng guidance or makausap. So basically, kami yung nag-evaluate or kumakausap sa mga estudyante. So, meron din kaming, of course, mga test materials na tumutulong sa amin para ma-evaluate yung mga students na kailangang kausapin. So, ang tawag namin doon, mga personality test. So, of course, aside from yung kinakausap namin, so kumukuha kami ng validation sa mga personality test para ma-evaluate namin or ma-assess namin yung let's say, personality or attitude ng estudyante, which would likely explain kung bakit may pwedeng, halimbawa, may pinagdadaanan or problema yung estudyante. Okay. So, yeah, I think yung first year ko as a as a guidance counselor, I handled grade 1 and 2 until I think naging grade 5 and 6, and then eventually I also handled yung first year high school. Ayan, so kung high school, mas mahirap kasi pag first year high school, of course, mas maraming concerns pag mga high school students. So, yun, basically that's the gist, guys. I work for 4 years as a school psychometrician and a guidance counselor. If you would ask me, I don't have any regrets taking psychology and working in a school. Actually, na-enjoy ko. Masarap mag-work sa school, guys, kasi maraming programs, I would say work-life imbalance. Kaya lang during those 4 years, guys, what led me to IT was I really had an inclination towards technology. So at that time, mga 486 pa or Windows 95, what I've realized was yung unang signs was I was so addicted to computer games. So actually mga DOS programs pa dati, DOS applications. So that time wala pang masyadong technology into graphics, pero I was really hooked into computer games. Amazed ako sa computer games. So nagpupuyat ako, no? At that time kasi binigyan ako ng uncle ko ng I think 286 computers, 486. So yung mga hand-me-down na computer sa akin binibigay, and amazed ako talaga pag in terms of yung computer technology. So while working sa school for 4 years, I was so hooked into computer games. I think lahat naman, mostly, yung mga nag-IT or isa yun sa mga early signs, yung nahuhook sila sa computer games. I myself, nahook ako sa computer games. Talagang nagpupuyat ako. At that time, nung nasa St. Mary's College ako nagwo-work, uso yung mga StarCraft, Red Alert. Yun yung mga unang games na nilalaro ko at that time. So, isa pa, most of the time was lagi ako nakatambay dun sa IT department namin. So yung St. Mary's kasi may magandang IT department. So most of the time dun ako nag-i-internet sa IT department. Yung mga colleagues ko sa IT department, mga tropa ko, most of the time dun ako tumatambay or dun ako nag-i-internet. So during those times while working sa school, na-enjoy ko naman, may work-life balance, nakakaaliw, maganda yung institution. But I've realized yun nga, may inclination ako sa technology. That's why during those times, nag-aral pa ako, guys. So kumuha ako ng mga but actually I even took masteral studies related sa psychology. So kumuha ako nag-enroll ako sa UST ng Masters in Guidance and Counseling. I only took I was able to take 9 units, meaning 3 subjects yon, 2 semesters. But then eventually I stopped. And then after that, I've realized nga na mayroon akong inclination sa technology. That's why I took short courses muna. So yung unang short courses na kinuha ko, at that time around maybe 2001, uso na yung mga short courses like yung genetics computer. Kung alam nyo yan, guys, comment below. Yung informatics. So ang unang nakita ko was yung HTML web page development. Yan, web page development. So I think if I'm not mistaken, that's a 30 hours course tuturuan ka ng HTML and basically web page design. So yun yung unang kinuha ko. It's just 30 hours for a very affordable price. So although I think that time parang 5,000 pesos din yung enrollment. So at that time, medyo malaki na yon, no? Around 2001. So kumuha ako nun. And after that, I've realized na talagang gusto ko yung technology. Kaya ang ginawa ko, guys, was nag-enroll ako ng Masteral Studies sa Adamson University. So, Masters in Information Technology. So yun, after work ko, guys, sa Quezon Avenue, malapit kasi sa Quezon Avenue yung St. Mary, sa Mother Ignacia lang yon. So pupunta ako sa Manila, which is Adam University. Nag-FX lang ako at that time, marami na ring FX around 2001. So yun, after work ko at 5 p.m., pupunta ako sa Adamson to take my masteral studies. And yun, guys, it's basically a sacrifice. Bottom line, I think I completed 18 units in masteral studies, masters in IT sa Adamson. 18 units, I think a few units na lang para matapos ko. Pero bottom line, hindi ko siya natapos. I only completed 18 units. So, malapit na siya. I think ang completion nun is around 21. So, kulang lang ako ata ng isang subject. But then, the rest was history. Habang kinukuha ko yon, nagtatry na rin ako ng mag-apply sa mga work na related sa IT. But at the beginning, it wasn't easy, guys. Kasi, of course, I have 4 years of work experience, but it's entirely related to psychology sa school. So lahat ng mga ina-applyan ko, walang tumatanggap sa akin. Pero ang una kong actually, guys, na ina-applyan is technical support. So tech support normally yung mga tina-target ko. At that time, year 2002, 2003, very popular na yung mga call centers sa Philippines, especially sa Manila. But what I was targeting was tech support, guys. So hindi yung call center per se na yung inbound, outbound. Call center siya pero related sa tech. So technical support, yung mag-aano ka ng tawag dito, troubleshoot ng computer. So, ang dami kong na-applyan na tech support role. So, if I remember it correctly, uso pa nun yung people support, psychs, e-telecare, guys, e-telecare. So, yan, comment below, guys, kung sino yung mga nakapag-work sa inyo sa call center like Psychs, people support, e-telecare before. So, yan, let me know. So, every now and then, nag-a-apply ako. Kasi meron ng JobsDB or jobstreet.com before. So, online na rin yung pag-a-apply. But before, pag nag-apply ka, talagang, dun talaga sa site, no? May exam, etc. You know, guys, ang dami kong in-applyan, pero hindi ako na-select sa sa people support, sa psychs. But, you know, guys, I've tried and tried and tried. Every time I fail, hindi ako pinanghinaan ng loob. I think, if I'm not mistaken, possibly 2 beses ako or 3 beses ako nag-apply sa people support or sa psychs. Lagi hindi ako natatanggap. Sa e-telecare, guys, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 beses din ako nag-apply sa e-telecare. But on the 3rd try, dun lang ako nabigyan ng offer. I was so happy. natanggap ako sa eTelecare kasi if I'm not mistaken guys, aside from Sykes and people support, yung eTelecare isa yan sa mga popular din na call center before. But I think ngayon parang nabili na yung eTelecare, no? Iba na yung may-ari. So, on the third try sa eTelecare, saka lang ako natanggap. And but may isa pang offer sa akin which was Dell Philippines. Dell yung Dell Computer, basically the company owned by which was put up by Michael Dell. So natanggap din ako, parehong role siya, tech support, but kami yung first batch sa Dell. So ang role na inoffer was sa akin was senior technical support for consumer department. So basically, yung mga consumers, Dell customers, consumer department sa US, pag may issue sila sa Dell products nila, kami yung tatawagan. So basically, we troubleshoot. So yun nga guys. So winay out ko yung options ko. And I chose Dell kasi kami yung first batch. And since Dell in-house employee kami, of course, mas maganda yung in-house. Kaya pinili ko yung Dell over eTelecare. So basically, yung Dell, I was so happy. Yun yung first... no, actually, sorry guys, no? I got mixed up. I think I got mixed up. Yung palang first work ko, guys, was sa informatics. No? Yun yung pala yung first IT role ko sa informatics. School din siya, pero IT instructor ako. So ang i-demo ko sa informatics, at that time sikat na sikat pa yung informatics, was HTML. So kasi nag-aral nga ako ng short course ng HTML. Kaya yun, ganun ka-importante guys talaga yung pag-aaral. Even up to now. No? So kung meron kayong gustong ma-achieve and hindi nyo na-achieve, especially dito sa Australia, you take TAFE courses, etc. kahit naman sa Philippines. So yan, minsan maganda talaga yung mag-invest sa sarili, mag-aral. So basically guys, yung pala yun yung first job ko, no? Na I got mixed up. Natanggap ako as an IT instructor sa informatics. And yun ang talagang nag-train sa akin sa IT. Kasi guys, yun nga, hindi pa ako experience sa IT. Pero I had the opportunity na mag-sit in sa mga existing classes ng mga colleague ko. Sit in meaning, ang una kasi mga naturo ko was about HTML, tapos yung mga graphics application like Photoshop, Corel, tapos of course yung mga Microsoft Office na training. So basically those are short courses, like let's say for example 15 hours for Photoshop, 15 hours for Corel Draw, or let's say 15 hours for Microsoft Office, yung Excel, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word. During my free time, nagsisit in ako dun sa classes ng colleagues ko. So let's say for example, mayroon silang class about PC troubleshooting or networking. So on my free time, nagsisit in ako para the next month, ako na yung magtuturo nung course. So basically guys, I was trained in hardware like PC troubleshooting, networking. So yun yung mga unang mga tinuro ko. Aside pa sa mga graphics application na tinuturo ko rin. Like dati mayroon pa Macromedia Flash, yan yung Photoshop, Corel Draw. Yan isa yung mga tinuturo ko, pati HTML. So I'm very thankful sa informatics guys kasi yun ang nagbigay sa akin ng opportunity para makalipat ng IT industry and at the same time mas matuto pa. Kasi yun sa informatics, meron kang opportunity na mag-sit in sa mga classes ng mga colleagues mo for free. Pero ang kapalit nun, ikaw na yung magtuturo after a month. Kasi nga, nag-sit in ka for free dun sa course na yon. So, I stayed at informatics sa SM North EDSA yun, guys. No? So, yan, masarap gunitain yung 1 year and a half ko na experience sa informatics. I was very happy, very fulfilling yung work sa informatics. Kagalang-galang ka, iba yung alam mo yun, iba yung yung feeling pag teacher ka, instructor ka. Alam mo yon yung may sense of fulfillment pag nagtuturo ka kasi ang tingin sa ng mga estudyante mo is parang all-knowing ka. And take note guys, yung mga estudyante ko dito, these are not college or high school. Sa informatics, kung familiar kayo, mga kumbaga all walks of life. May mga estudyante, may mga graduate na, may mga professionals na. Kasi mga short courses yung mga kinukuha or tinuturo sa informatics. So I stayed for a year and a half. I was so happy. Kaya lang, the only thing is, the only problem that I have sa informatics is, in terms of financial, maliit ang sweldo sa informatics. Kaya after a year and a half, I went out, yun na nga, doon ako nag-apply sa mga call centers, but as a tech support. So related pa rin sa IT. So tech support yung ina-applyan ko, and yun nga, isa sa mga unang tumanggap sa akin was eTelecare and Dell Philippines, but I opted to choose yung Dell Philippines kasi first batch kami. That was year 2006. But actually pala, ayan, ang gulo-gulo kong magkwento, no? Before pala Dell, nag-apply muna pala ako sa yung after informatics, natanggap din pala ako as a tech support, MSN level 2 tech support sa RMH, which is naging NCO sa ABS-CBN building siya. So I stayed for a year until natanggap ako sa Dell as a senior technical support. So sa Dell, nagstay ako for 4 years, guys. So that's from 2006 to 2010. Sa informatics naman, around 2003 to 2005. And sa NCO, as an MSN level 2 tech support, I stayed for a year. So, kung alam nyo guys, yung MSN Messenger, before pa may yung Yahoo Messenger or Facebook Messenger, yung Microsoft, may sarili silang Messenger, bago pa yung mga Microsoft Teams or Skype. MSN Messenger yung Messenger ng Microsoft. Aside from MSN Messenger, mayroon din silang ISP. Kami rin yung nagto-troubleshoot ng mga ISP issues. Hindi maka-connect sa internet, hindi may problem sa MSN Messenger, etc. etc. So basically, mas nagtagal ako sa Dell, guys. I stayed for 4 years, 2006 and 2010. Nagto-troubleshoot ako ng software and hardware issues, yung mga no boot issues, no power, virus problem, internet connectivity issues, problem with video cards, problem with screen displays, etc. And sometimes even yung usage, yung mga how-to questions, kami rin nagto-troubleshoot. So I enjoyed my stay at Dell, kaya nga ako nagstay doon for 4 years. Kaya lang ang hinanap ko guys is yung talagang parang systems engineer role. Kaya nung 2010, I was able to grab an opportunity as a VDI level 2 support at a known financial institution, which is yung Citibank. So ang Citibank guys, of course alam nyo na, it's a global financial institution. May office sila at that time sa Eastwood, Libis. So noong 2010, naging VDI level 2 support ako. So basically, VDI are virtual machines. So kami nagto-troubleshoot ng mga issues related to VDI. So meron kaming 1,500 users, mostly in India, Asia Pacific, India, Singapore, China, Vietnam. So global operations kami, Asia Pacific support. Kami yung VDI level 2 support. So yeah, it's basically a dun medyo nabago yung skill set ko guys. Sa Dell kasi even if I'm a senior tech support related sa tech support, but basically we're taking inbound and outbound calls sa Dell. So sa Citibank parang naging systems engineer role na talaga yung experience ko. So at Citibank guys, una nag-start ako as a sa isang agency until I got absorbed by Citibank. So naging in-house employee ako ng Citibank. And yun, I stayed for 5 years sa Citibank from 2010 until 2015. Yung last year ko sa Citibank guys, I was able to move sa Citrix team. So yung last year ko from yung buong entire 2015, Citrix operations and support na yung ina-handle ko. So sa ngayon pala no, ang experience ko sa Citrix operations and support is around almost 9 years na pala guys no. So ayun, tagal ko na rin pala no sa operations and support. So yun, after around 2015, yun yung nakahanap ako ng works o lumipat ako sa Accenture. So Accenture as a Citrix engineer din, but I was a lead no. So nag-ano ako, may hawak akong small team sa Accenture. So yung mga kasama ko sa Citibank, kinuha ko sa Accenture. Kami yung Citrix operations and support sa isang project na Germany based. Ayun. And yun, nung 2000, so basically sa Accenture, I had at least 3 projects and basically it's Citrix operations and support. Yung first project ko was a German company. The other one was sa Europe. And the third one, the last project ko na hinandle sa Accenture was an Australian company. So, ayun guys, until I was able to move noong 2021 dito sa Australia. And up to now, I'm still handling Citrix operations and support. Pero MSP company naman yung company ko ngayon, or managed services provider. So, ayun guys, yun lang yung quick background ko. Sorry at medyo magulo yung chronological order ng experiences ko. But yeah, basically guys, you have an idea how I started. So, ngayon pala, no, parang even if I was a graduate of another field, yeah, 21 years na rin pala akong nasa IT. So ang bottom line, guys, I think ang lesson dito sa experience ko, wag kayong mag-regret sa mga nasimulan nyo. But if you'd like to achieve something, siguro ang learning na mapupulot nyo sa experience ko was, if you want to achieve something, make a way. Hindi pa huli ang lahat, especially in terms of education. Ang education is never ending. Kung mayroon kayong nasimulan na ibang field and gusto nyong mag-move sa ibang field, nothing is impossible. Yun, isa yun sa mga learning na makukuha nyo sa experience ko. Just like myself, I started in another field. I don't have any regrets. But na-realize ko na mayroon pala akong inclination sa ibang field. That's why I made a sacrifice. I made a plan na mag-aral, mag-invest into learning. So eventually, makukuha ko yung gusto kong ma-achieve. So I think ganun din, especially yung mga nasa labas ng Philippines, kung nalinya kayo sa ibang field na hindi nyo line of hindi yun yung industry nyo sa Philippines, pero nalinya kayo sa ibang industry, siguro kung meron kayong goal na makapag-move dun sa talagang forte nyo talaga, invest in learning. Yan. So maraming ways para ma-achieve nyo yung goals. Invest in learning, mag-aral, kasi yung pag-aaral, it's never ending. It's never too late. Even how old you are, there's always an opportunity to learn. So, yun muna, guys. Napahaba yung kwentuhan natin. Comment down below kung ano yung mga work experience nyo. If you had a similar experience moving from one industry to another, share nyo sa comment section below. And yun, see you in the next one. Thank you.